Hello, travelers. Hey, everybody, guys, gals. Thank you for hitting the play button. Turn that up. That's awesome of you to do that. Truly appreciate you being here. That says a lot about your character to me, anyways. It says that you want to learn, and learning intrigues you. I love it. Need more individuals that love to learn. Okay, and then you can have fun after. Okay, get the learning done. All right, you guys, awesome. Appreciate you. Quickly check things here. Do some quick mod stuff, moderator type things, and then we're gonna get going. The learn. Perfect. That's what I like. Okay, let's continue. We're going to get right into this, guys and gals. Quickly, I appreciate your understanding and support. Okay, good news, all right? You guys, some of you that have been watching probably would be happy to hear that I finally ate something other than bologna. So bologna sandwiches. It gets old, guys. It gets old. Okay. Do it for a while. Okay. Then you'll understand. All right. I had spaghetti yesterday. Let's go. Good old spaghetti. Mazza mia. Mwah. Yes, it was so good. So good. I savaged so much too. So much. So yeah, that's good. That's good. Okay. So we're ready to do some learning. Okay. Positive vibes, guys. All right. Thank you for understanding, having to, for those of you that kind of watched the last few streams, yeah, you poor people. You poor people. That's the sound of a person that's hungry. Okay, that's what that was. Awesome. All right, it's great to have you guys. Let's get some work done. Let's learn. Math is fun. It truly is. The way I look at it, you get older and stuff, and I'm like doing this because it's been quite a number of years since I've been in college. So for me, it's kind of like, it's great because it's like riding a bike, okay? It's like, I hate saying it's like all the time. It drives me crazy. Why do I do that? Why do I do that? I blame the Valley Girls, okay? I'm putting the blame on them. So yeah, where was I going with this? Yeah, like riding a bike, man. It's like everything's kind of just clicking. It's like, oh yeah, I remember this. Oh yeah, right. Oh, it was that. Yes. Oh, the old man. Everything's in storage, you guys. And I'm accessing the information from the old vaults. It's great. Keeping the mind fresh too, right? Okay. All right, don't be part of the 50 percentile, if you understand what I'm talking about. Okay, we're gonna get you guys up to 120 IQ because that's where you want to be. And yeah, I don't know. I'm thinking those that just spend their lives watching the boob tube. That's all they do. I feel kind of bad for them because they're not exercising their brain very much, right? They're kind of like NPCs. I just think when they get older, they might have like dementia and senility and stuff. Kind of feel bad for them. So this is why you gotta accept mathematics and love it and cherish it. You could even go as far as hugging it. Right? Because math is going to keep your mind fresh when you're older. Okay? But you have to have food and pineapple juice. Otherwise, you're going to still have bad days. Okay? All right, awesome. Thank you guys for your understanding and support. Not everybody has good days, okay? Even yourself has bad days, and I know they suck. All right, let's learn some math, guys. Okay, you guys ready? Turn it up. Get your mind. Flick that switch. Mathematics mode. Let's go. Okay, I guess I'm gonna have to clean up some stuff here. We're gonna turn it up a little bit. Okay, I kind of like this little character I've drawn. I don't even want to delete him. Poor guy. I don't know if you can see that. Right, there's a character there. And he's kind of cute. I don't normally talk like this, okay? Usually stuff is lame to me. Okay? But I drew it, so it's gotta be cool. Alright, awesome. Hope you're having a good day wherever you are. It's honestly great to have you. Okay? Alright, we do have to clean up the whiteboard though. I could always snipping tool them later. Okay, and I don't know, I just feel like rewriting this. Just cleaning things up. Okay, let's get our pen size back. Turn eraser mode off. And we're just going to go like this. That's good enough. It all looks good from outer space. Ba, 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 ba. All right. And there we go. I don't know. I just felt like having it here, because why not? There's no reason for it. Okay, I'm gonna write here bed mass. We just, some of this stuff you kind of need. You could, so here's my advice, guys. Right, whenever you go to do an exam, you should have scrap paper. Okay. Alright, and the scrap paper is for stuff like this, right? For example, kids help dad. You write all this stuff down as soon as you get to the class. Do it in front of your teachers so that they don't think you're cheating or something. Kids help dad. Kids help. Kids help dad. Until dad calls mom. Why do I have to sneeze every time? Oh, hold up, guys. Bless me. Thank you. I need some coffee after that. They just come out of nowhere. I just quickly mute things just to show you guys and gals respect, because I think of others, right? Not just myself, right? So I muted it just so you wouldn't have to, yeah. Okay, let's continue. All right, moving a little slow here. All right, so that's what you do with your scrap paper. And you write stuff like this down, because you should have this memorized in the old memory banks. Okay. Ooh, I have a feeling I'm just getting too close here. I should have actually did it right here. It would have been perfect. Terrible. Terrible. It's a lot easier when you can just rotate a piece of paper and write it. Okay, bed mass. I like to put these two together, and these two together. So 1, 2, and 3. It's kind of like grouping them. Okay. Anything else that you need, that you think that might be pertinent to an exam and such? Like, you're not cheating by writing stuff like this. These are mnemonic devices, okay? And you can use them while you're doing your exam. Again, don't spend more than 2 minutes on a multiple choice. That's my recommendation, okay? I don't know how your exam system's going to work, whether you're at home, being homeschooled, or you're a student. Well, as a student, I understand. So I could give tips and advice as a student, but not as a homeschooler. That's okay. I support parents in their decision for that. I understand. And yeah, that is good. That's okay. Parents must have a lot on their plates when they have to do that. Okay. Let's get some work done. Thank you for being here. Apologies if it took a little long just to get going. Just want to kind of turn up the vibes, talk to you guys and gals a little bit. I have other thoughts that I wanted to say to you guys. They should come to my mind. I'll remember. One of the things I do recall is we're doing what's called mental math. It's kind of fun. And for most of you, you might think, oh, it's so elementary. I mean, I guess you could have that opinion or whatever. But there's lots out there that, I don't know. I don't want to over-explain this, but I think this is good. Kind of, if you're learning and stuff and such, and, you're kind of new to math and you need a little extra support and help. Mental math is good. I kind of try to teach it a little bit, right, to have an estimated answer, for example, when you're working on a problem. You should have a rough answer in your mind, what the answer is going to be, right? So that you know whether or not your answer is correct or not. Obviously, if you have a final answer on your calculator display that's like ridiculously way out there, you're going to know that, you must have typed something or you made a mistake somewhere in the middle of your calculations, right? So it's good to have that in your mind, just a rough idea. Now, not all problems you're gonna have a rough idea, but anyways, mental math. This is kind of fun. So my suggestion is I'm not gonna write out the questions, and I would share it with you on screen, but then I just kind of I got to keep going like this all the time, and for me, that I apologize, it's annoying for me. And sometimes I'm clicking the wrong one, and if you've been watching, I kind of derp on clicking back and forth. I know you can tab stuff. I don't know, what is it, a Shift Alt? Yeah, Shift Alt Tab. Yeah. right? I don't normally do that kind of stuff. It's right here, so I know you can click Alt Tab arrows. I don't know. Some people are good at doing that. They're fast with it. Good for them. That's awesome. Okay, but that's okay. So I'm going to read out the question. Okay, here it is, guys. I'm going to read out the question. And then I want you to pause, and I want you to try to solve it yourself. Now, again, don't worry if you get it wrong. I don't care. Who cares? I don't care. Okay? The only people I'm judging are the lazy ones that don't want to do math, or the ones that are resisting. And then, I don't know, I gotta stop, right? I just think you're at another level in brain thinking than others if you excel at mathematics. That's just my thinking. But anyways, pause it, try the question yourself, okay? And even if you get it wrong or whatever, it doesn't matter. You tried. And that's a really good step. You're trying, you're starting to think, you're getting your brain rolling, you're getting those little brain molecules moving, okay? And that's the key. So, and then I'll do the problem, right? I'm just going to do the problem, and then you'll see the answer, okay? I do have the answer, but I'm also trying to solve it and explain without really cheating, because I want to try to do it myself as well. Okay? A lot of them are going to be easy, and some of them are going to make you think. So it's kind of fun. So let's do this. All right. Here's the question. Okay? All right. Just had to kind of switch back here, but we're fine. Okay? Let's go. So a volleyball team, okay? Volleyball girls. Oh yeah. Nice. I like that. So anyways, a volleyball team trains for 2 hours and 30 minutes, okay? 2 hours and 30 minutes. And they do it 3 times per week. Okay? 3 times per week. How many minutes per week does the team train? Okay, how many minutes is the question. All right? Here we go. Let me just bring something up. This is for you. Okay? 1 sec. You're gonna love this. Okay? I have it saved in. You'd go wild if you see all the folders I have just in for YouTube. It's crazy. Okay, here we go. Is this it? Where is this? Here it is. Oh, hang on. Commercial. Oh, cute little puppy. Oh, you're such a little cute little puppy. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, you're so little cute little puppy. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I know you guys can't see the puppy. It was a dog food commercial or something. Okay, here we go. This is for you. All right, you guys ready? Let's do this. guys don't have to have the answer done now. It's okay. I just I thought I'd throw that in for fun. Okay, so it says they train 2 hours and 30 minutes. Of course, what is known, right? What do we know? We know that 60 minutes is 1 hour. We have 2 hours. So 60 times 2, right? 2 times 0 is 0. Okay, it's kind of like money. It's kind of like me joking around going, I have a $2 bill, and I'm going, here's a $2 bill, but I don't actually give it to you, so that's why you have 0. So 2 times 0 is 0. 6 times 2 is 120. So we have 120 minutes here, plus another 30 minutes. Oops, equals 150 total minutes, right? I can write it down, but that's what that is. Total minutes. Most of you probably have this done already quickly, and that's fine. I'm writing stuff out here, so tick, tick, tick. Everything takes minutes and seconds, okay? So, there we go. And now it says they train 3 times per week, right? We don't need a lot of information. We know that there's 7 days per week. Little things we do know. But they only train for 3 of those days, okay? So, and the question is how many minutes per week, okay? So we'll take the minutes for just one time, okay? Right? This is just one session, if you want to call it that. One session, one train. So one practice session, okay? Oh, I honestly wish I had a pen to write this. This would be a lot better. Okay, one practice session. Writing with a mouse is not something I normally do. Okay, one practice session. Okay, I'm gonna go like that. There. Just do that just to kind of clean things up a little bit here. All right, so we have 150 minutes. And that's one session, but they train 3 times a week. So it's a simple 150 times 3. Okay, we could do the math here quickly if you want. Stuff like this, guys, okay? I'm being nice. You should be able to do simple math like this. Okay, it's quick. You don't need, I mean, if you think you're really good at it already, that's great. But I think it's good just to keep things fresh. And it's good practice. And however else you want to look at it. 15, 5 times 3 is 15, plus 1, 6. What? What am I doing? Stop. I'm thinking too much here. That's 0. Okay, I had to kind of go backwards. See? That's the thing. I already knew what the answer was in my head. And I knew that, well, my answer is going to have a 5 in the middle. What am I doing? The 1 goes there. 3 times 1, 3 plus 1, 4. So our answer is 450 minutes. So a lot of these problems are kind of helping you work towards, just solving simple questions. But it also, like, if you have a word problem, your word problem is going to have, like, parts. It's going to have, probably, you're going to need maybe this information before you can continue the rest of the question. You know what I mean? It's kind of like that. So it's helping you set up and get information to actually solve a problem. This is good stuff. Okay, so there we go. That's how many minutes per week, right? 450 minutes per week. Let's write it like this so it doesn't look... Okay, I'm just going to go WK, short for week. Okay, excuse me. All right, let's speed things up here. Now, I'm just trying to be thorough, okay? I could quickly just write numbers. Sure, I could. I could just write numbers that really don't mean much, right? But I'm being thorough so you can learn. And I know there's going to be people that appreciate that. So those are the ones I'm going to cater to. I'm not catering to the 5-minute video watchers that don't want to learn anything. I don't care about them. They don't care to learn, then too bad for them. Have fun with your Alzheimer's. Okay. An octave. Now, this is something I don't really know much about music, so it's kind of new. Like, I couldn't play drums or jam on a guitar to save my life. Okay? So, an octave of music. Again, we're all designed, you know, without getting all biblical and stuff. We're all created for a purpose. You know, we all have strengths and weaknesses, and we all have specific talents. Okay, we all can't have the same thing. That's what makes us all unique. Okay, an octave of music includes 8 notes. Okay, now most of you probably are music inclined individuals. That's awesome. I could draw a music note. No, I know that's wrong. I don't even have any of this, okay? I'm check to check type of person. I pay the bills. The bills and the rent come first and foremost. Oh yeah, and the internet. Gotta have that. Right? Obviously I couldn't do this without the internet. So, and food too, right? Okay, an octave of music includes 8 notes. Okay, this is what it says. Okay, we're on the next question, so if you want to pause and try it. Let me finish reading the question though. Okay, octave. Let me just erase that. It's a bit of a distraction. That's what it's about though, making the money. Okay, again, like and support. I'm not asking you guys for anything. Okay, I'm doing this for free and help the world learn and grow. Okay, and not really like this. No, I'm not paywalling. I'm not doing anything like that. I mean, taking my college, I paid tuitions, student loans, and I'm sharing my education with you. Isn't that awesome? Okay, an octave it says. An octave of music includes. It says includes, whatever that means. 8 notes. Okay, if you were to go up half an octave, so it says to, if you were to go up half an octave, all right, how many notes is that? All right. Now, I have the answer, okay? So, I mean, just from what I've written, makes logical sense to go 1/2 multiplied 8 is a numerator, right? Because 8 is actually, we don't write it, but it's 8/1, right? So there we go. That's how you multiply fractions. I love multiplying fractions, I do. Again, when you're adding fractions, I don't want to get on a tangent here. That's kind of why I stopped yesterday. But when you're adding or subtracting, you need the common denominator. Okay, that's key. You can't add the tops until you have a common denominator. Okay, so this in fact is true. Okay, that's true. Correctamundo answer, and then I could turn this into, this is it's not a, what do they call it? I think of it as stacked fraction, but you can also have 5 times 1. I think I'm doing this right. No, 1 2/5. That's what it would work out. This is called a mixed. 5 times 1 is 5 plus 2, 7/5. Okay, anyways, I'm going to stop on that. We're not adding fractions. I'll have to do a special live stream just on doing that alone, okay? Multiplying and dividing fractions, so easy. It's gravy. Multiply the numerators, you just straight multiply the numerators, straight multiply the denominators. That's how easy it is. Okay, 1 times 8, 8. 2 times 1, 2. Okay, and I could do fancy stuff. Like, we don't need to factor, but factoring is kind of good practice. Okay, what does 8 divided by 2 equal? What does it mean? Okay, what times 2 gives us 2? We're looking for a common number. Okay, the common number, I call it the meat off the bone number. Okay, so this is when we ask, we need that common number. We know that 2 goes into 2, and we know 2 goes into 8. Okay, so what times 2 gives us 2? That's 1. Okay, here's the meat off the bone number. They have to exactly match. What times 2 gives us 8? That's 4. Okay, essentially that's how you reduce. Essentially. Okay, it's really easy that way. You just got to find that. You need to take as much meat off the bone as possible. So the larger this number, the better. Again, they both have to be common. Okay? So, and if you look at it, guys, we wrote the exact same thing. This exactly means this. This exactly means that. 2 times 4 equals 8. 2 times 1 equals 2. We can't argue this. They mean the exact same thing. Okay, anyways, the answer is 4. Okay, that's what it says. All right, good enough. All right, check. Let's carry on. Okay, I'm taking too long to do these. Be careful. Okay. Here we go. Next one. You walk a distance of 2 kilometers north. Okay, let's do that. Okay, that's probably why I left that. So you walk a distance 2 kilometers north. Okay, good enough. We'll call that 2 kilometers. Okay, this is the starting point. We're starting here. And we just went 2 kilometers. Okay, that's a bit of a walk. remember, guys, what's a kilometer? Now I say it in miles so that you guys understand what a kilometer is in relation to a mile. Okay, kilometers to miles. Oops. Okay, again, it's rough. It's a rough estimate, but 1 kilometer. This is for my American friends. Okay, it's basically 5/8 of a mile. Okay. It's quite a bit of a difference. I know it's a little annoying. If you're doing not speed, stay away from drugs, kids. I'm talking about velocity. Okay. I'd rather use the word velocity than that other one. I can't stand. Yeah, I don't want to get into that, but yeah, just that's garbage. You guys, you're beautiful, intelligent people. Take care of your vessel, all right? Okay, velocity. So if you're here, let's say you're driving in Canada, okay? And you're used to driving in miles per hour. Let's go kilometers per hour to miles. Yeah, miles per hour. Right? It still works out. You could use this actually as a conversion, but if I put well, it's close, right? Here, if it's 50 kilometers, that's a slow speed. You would be driving roughly 31 miles per hour, okay? You know how fast that is, okay? It's not very fast, right? All right, so that's kind of the number, but then there's also, like, if I switch it, this one's a lot more accurate. I think if you're doing 80 kilometers per hour, I'm giving you guys some just extra stuff here. You're basically doing 50 miles per hour, okay? You know that's faster. That's a good speed, right? So this is a lot more accurate. See that 5/8 right there? That's why I say 5/8 to you guys. If you remember that, you can come over into this, yeah. But anyways, if you're driving in an area that uses kilometers per hour, be aware, you don't want to be doing 80 miles per hour in an 80 kilometer hour zone, okay? You know that's like, just think about it. It's 80 miles an hour. That's not city speeds, right? You'd be like, man, these guys sure drive fast over here. No, we're good at doing donuts in the parking lots when it's winter. I do it with my Jeep all the time. It's fun, good times, right? Not everybody can drive in snow over here, I'm telling you. Okay, I'll just let you know. Only us country people can do that. We're skilled drivers. We have natural skill. Okay, I'm going to be quiet, but there you go. Okay, let's get back on topic. Okay, I kind of got sidetracked here, but that's a little bit of information, right? Especially if you're traveling. Won't hurt to know. Okay. Come save us. 51st state. Yeah, literally. Okay, back to focus. Focus. Math here, guys. We're doing math. Okay, you walk a distance of 2 kilometers north. I haven't got off topic too bad. Right? Still talking about math, velocity, kind of talking about physics a little bit, if you really think about it. Okay, and now you're walking 3 kilometers east, right? So west is left and east is right. So 3 kilometers east, I can only assume that it's a straight line. 3 kilometers. Okay. I'm just drawing a little diagram for you guys, and then you can pause and figure it out. It's easy math, so you don't have to worry. And then 2 kilometers to the northwest. So north and then west. The angle, we're not sure. So I'm just going to go like that. Ooh, how long was that? It's probably too long. I'm just going to go, I don't know, does that look about sure? Okay, good enough, close enough. Okay, and then 2.5 or 2.5. You could look at these as miles. The units don't really matter. Who cares? Again, 5/8, right? 1 kilometer. You could easily convert that as 5/8. Okay? That's why, like I said, that's why I do the 5/8 thing. Because an 80 kilometer zone is pretty much exactly 50 miles an hour. Okay? All right. So the question is, what total distance did you walk? I don't think you really need to pause for that, but it's no different than calculating the perimeter of a rectangle. Let's say that's 3 and that's 2.5, right? You're walking 3, then you're walking 2.5, and then you're walking another 3, and then you're walking another 2.5. So realistically, you can write it out as 2 times 3, because there's 2 of them, plus 2 times 2.5. Or you could just go 3 plus 3 plus 2.5 plus 2.5. Same answer. Okay? Alright, so what we have to do is basically just add up the distance, like perimeter, except they're not closed. It's not a closed object. You have what's called a resultant of forces. That would be, whoops. Mind you, have this extra one here, but that's something entirely different. Resultants. It's kind of like, that's why you got to get good at trigonometry and such. Okay, that's what I recommend. Linear lines are not that hard. Okay, guys? You just got to put in the time, put in the grind lots of different questions. That's the way to get better. Okay, so we just got the total distance. I'm just going to go TD, whatever, close enough. South plus east plus northwest. Okay, so that's equal to 2 plus 3. We, right, I'm kind of explaining it and getting sidetracked, and I'm writing it and all these things. Like a problem like this should only take 30 seconds to a minute, right? Of course, I'm talking and sidetracked and drawing with a mouse and all these things, so it's going to take a little longer. But a problem like this should be really quick, right? So TD equals 7.5 kilometers. Pretty easy, right? again, maybe you have a problem that you have to work through and you need to figure out this distance before you could do any more calculations and such, right? Okay, appreciate you being here and learning. Like, honestly, that makes you awesome in my books. Okay. Whoops. All right. All right, back to some decimals. Working with decimals a little bit. All right, I'll try to finish this up. I'm planning on doing some more, put out more content for you guys. Again, today's a better day, so better day. That makes the streams a lot better, doesn't it? I know, I agree with you. It does. Okay, 62. All right. Now, the question is, write the percent as a decimal. Okay, so we're going from percent to decimal. All right, remember, if you've been following and watching, and you survived watching the last couple of videos, that's amazing. 100 is your friend, okay? When you're working with percentages, right, that's the magic number we need, okay? So basically, what you have is you have this, and to get a decimal, well, we divide it by 100, right? What the decimal does is it moves, what the 100% does is it moves the decimal, okay? So this is the way I look at it, okay? When you have a number such as 100, it has 2 zeros, right? 2 zeros, I correlate it to that's how many jumps you're going to be doing. Okay, that's what I correlate it to. So, if that's the best word, I hope it is. But that's what I do. Okay, so a regular whole number, we know the decimals here, right? Because we can also write 62 as 62.0, right? So, without using a calculator, it's real quick. Like, you don't even need to touch your calculator if you understand this concept. Percentages, think 100. 100 has 2 zeros, therefore equals 2 jumps. I call it decimal hopscotch. You could call it whatever you want. You could come up with your own unique name for it. That's fine. So, 1, 2 jumps. Okay? 1, 2 jumps. The decimal's there. So I'm going to do a leading 0 because you need that place filler. Put a decimal. The decimal is right there. And there we go. That's the answer. Without even looking at the answer, that's the answer. Okay? I'll even look at the answer. It is the answer. Okay? Check. Now you can check it and confirm it on your calculator if you want. But that's it. You don't need a calculator to do that. You just don't. Okay? And then that's the magic of 100. Right? If you had the number, if you were dividing by, let's say, 10,000, it's the same principle, guys. Okay? If if you're dividing by 100,000, well, you have now 1, 2, 3, 4 zeros. Therefore, you're going to be doing 4 jumps. Okay, you really want to get back to that 1. So, if we were dividing 62 by 10,000, we would end up with this. 1, 2, 6, 2. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4. You can confirm it. Okay? Whoops. That's the gist of it. Okay? But we're working with percentages. Keep accidentally wanting to delete that. Okay, there we go. Okay, next question. You buy some popcorn. Yummy movie. There we go. Popcorn, yeah. Nom 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 nom. Movie time. Okay, you buy some popcorn for $3.80. That's cheap. You guys don't want to know how much. Let's see. I took my kid to. He wanted to see the new Minecraft movie. I sucked it up, took him. I don't mind Minecraft. I had fun building castles and doing all that sort of thing. He was 6 when we started playing. And that was on console. So, but anyways, not to get sidetracked, I took him to the movie to watch the new Minecraft movie. And I liked it. And it was because, hang on, because Jason Momoa was in it. That's what I liked about it. And plus it had that retro 80s thing going on too, so I could relate to that. So it was pretty cool. And they just our old school arcade and the old games and all that throwback. That's why I say anyways, I don't want to get sidetracked saying who's better at gaming or not, but let's just say I've been playing a long time. Think I might be a little bit better. Anyways. So you buy some. Oh yeah. So getting back on track. So a bag of popcorn plus 2, I don't know, I think they were like large pops. 2 large pops. What did it work out to? 1 bag, so 1 bag of popcorn. I'm kind of getting sidetracked here, but this is an actual real story. And that's why I always go, because of the booze making everything expensive, because literally they have, it's just, yeah. Anyways, I'm going to stop there. What did it work out to? I wish I had the price tag in front of me, but it was somewhere around. You're gonna drop on the floor, okay? And that's not even paying for the movie, guys. Okay, I used points to actually watch the movie, so it didn't cost me anything. But it would have been probably $80 or something for 2 people. Yeah, oh yeah, just dry from the back of the bus, literally dry, just the back of the bus, and just full on getting ridden, dry. It's just not cool at all. It's ridiculous. So yeah, a bag of popcorn and 2 large, I think it was large, pops, 25 something dollars. It's just insane. And that's from all the redunk spending and what else not. But anyways, I'm staying off topic. I'm stopping there. Okay, let's get back to the question. Alright, so if you guys are paying this, you guys are so lucky. Okay? And plus you probably have real money too. Alright, your dollar's worth $1. That is awesome, to be honest. It really is. So, yeah. Got the old Monopoly Man money over here. So you can give the cashier so you give the cashier a $5 bill, okay? So you have a $5 bill, okay? I don't know. I'm not gonna try to draw money, but okay, it's a $5 bill. I don't know. It's got the president on there, and yeah, he's awesome. Okay. So, how much change do you receive? Okay, well, nowadays, that's the other thing I don't want to get into. Like, nobody even knows how to subtract in their head anymore. That's why we're doing this. That's why we're doing this. Okay, $5 means $5, right? It's just decimals. So, when you're working with decimals, right, anytime you're adding, subtracting decimals, it's real simple, guys. You just got to remember the little things. Line up the zeros. Sorry. Let me rephrase that. Line up the decimals. Line up the decimals. Okay, it's that easy. Okay, so you can just do the mental math in your head. You know it takes 10 times 10 cents to equal $1, right? That's money math 101 stuff, right? Okay, so if you you just ignore the decimals. This is what I teach my kid. Just think of it as a whole number, okay? And think of this as 100 and think of this as 80, okay? This is all you need to do. So what plus 80 gives you 100, right? Or you could go, well, I know it takes 10 times 10 cents to make 100. I have 80 cents. Therefore, I need another 20 cents to equal 1, right? So 20 cents. Oh yeah, 20 cents. Perfect. Okay, so now, but this 20 turns this into a 4. Okay, so if you go 380 plus 20, that makes this a 4 now, right? And this would be a 0. Okay, I'm just kind of showing it to you roughly, but I could do the long math. I could borrow, all those things. I could show all that work. I could. But all I have to do is just go, okay, I need 20 cents to make this 4. That's all I need to do in my head. I just need to make this 4. I need 20 cents to make this 4. I store the 20 cents in the back of my memory, just temporary storage, and I go 4. And I know, oh, well, what's left? Oh, 5 take away 4 is 1. There we go. Mental math. So that's the answer. Without using a calculator, you just round things up. That's all you need to do. Oh, like I said, oh, I need 20 cents to make this $4. Okay, I'm at 4. I'll add the 20 cents later at the end. Okay, but how much more am I gonna get? Oh, 5 minus 4 is 1. Oh, I have $1. Okay, I should be getting $1.20. Okay, mental math, right? guys? Okay, it's called using the noggin. Okay? We want to be 120 IQ non-NPCs. Okay? That's what you want to be. You want to become, okay, an individual that has their own mind, become a non-NPC with a 120 minimum IQ. Okay? Technically speaking, supposedly I'm at 119. But again, I did a 25 question IQ test and did it in about, I don't know, 12, 15 minutes, somewhere in there. And that's the answer I ended up getting. So I feel like I probably could have did better, but whatever. All I know is it's higher than average. I know that much. Okay, let's continue. All right. This is a little bit longer than the stream's a little bit longer than I wanted it to be. Oh yeah, we're way at an hour here. Okay, but I need to finish. Hopefully you're enjoying. I should probably stop. Okay, I'm going to stop. So the next question is, and I'll try to speed things up for next stream, okay? The question is, convert 3/4 to a percent. Okay? Alright, without using a calculator, guys, okay? I want you to do kind of the mental math, or you could just write it out on a piece of paper, scrap paper. I'm fine with that. Okay, if you have to, if you're a visual person, because everybody kind of learns differently too, right? That's the other thing you know people need to learn in life. Some people learn by feel and touch. Others are visual learners. And then the other type of learners are the people that listen. The listening learners. We don't all learn the same. Okay, I'm going to leave it at that. Appreciate you being here and watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Again, hit the like button if you liked it. I had spaghetti yesterday, so you know that's a plus for the attitude. You know, having a real meal, you know, changes the old brain molecules a little bit. Makes things better. All right, guys. Much love. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Johnny Whiskey Tango Sharp, coding / Unity 3D game development / mathematics. Appreciate you. We'll see you in the next video. Take care for now.